Hi everyone, my name is Jenna and welcome to my channel Divine Direction. In this video, we are going to be looking at the messages for the month of September 2021. I just want to apologize for the slight change in setup this month. Unfortunately, I've been feeling very drained lately and I've been dealing with bouts of depression, so I didn't have it in me to go on camera this month. I apologize for that, and I also apologize for my lack of consistency and just not posting as much as I normally have been. It's just been a difficult time for me, so I just want to thank you all in advance for being patient with me, and let's get into your reading. Okay, Taurus, so your message for September I find really exciting. Basically, what I have channeled and received from your cards is that right now is a really good time for you to begin something new. And what I've heard through my channeling is that for those of you who are wanting change, the opportunity is there for an ending to occur. You need to let go of the old ways first, okay? So that's really important because we need to let go of the old ways and build new habits and build new thought forms, okay? So, my guides are kind of showing me a garden full of weeds right now. If you want to plant new seeds, you have to take those weeds out or they're just going to smother. They are going to smother those new seeds. They're not going to get any sunlight. They're probably going to take the nutrients from it and that sort of thing. So those flowers cannot grow. Okay, so we need to take out the old first. And my guides are saying right now, this is about building habits. And I heard that when I was channeling this, it said creating new habits, healthy habits, okay? So this isn't always going to be about, creating the habits of working out, of eating healthy. Those are very important. This is going to be you taking steps towards your goals as well. And we'll talk about that a little bit. Now, I heard this is about you figuring out what you want in your life and how you want to feel, okay? And then taking consistent steps towards those goals. So what my team has made me feel is, okay, so if I know what I want to do, can I do at least one healthy thing a day that supports that goal? All right, so for example, one of the healthy habits that I am getting back into is taking an hour before bed and reading a chapter of a book every night, okay? This not only helps me to relax and fall asleep quicker and have a better quality of sleep, it also is helping me to move forward because right now I'm reading a financial book. So I'm learning in the process, and when I'm finished that book, I feel damn good about myself because before, maybe like 2 years ago, for me to even finish one book in a year was really, really good, okay? So my team is talking about these happy, healthy habits, so they're saying, okay? Now, when we're talking about letting go of old ways first and creating this transition, creating these new habits, they're saying have patience with yourself, be forgiving with yourself. It's really important. You know how they say it takes like 21 days to create a new habit? Forget about that. It might take you longer. Some things might take you less time than that. Don't worry about it. Just keep being consistent, right? Keep showing up for yourself is what my team is saying right now. Being reliable for yourself, okay? If you are, for example, starting a new workout routine and you think, okay, I'm going to work out 5 days this week, and you only work out 4, give yourself a break. Because you are still doing more than what you were doing, okay? And that just means, okay, next week, let's work harder to try to get that 5th day in, right? So have patience with yourself. And just like with the seed, how we were talking about the garden, it takes a bit for a seed to sprout and to show growth. So your change may not show. It may take a little bit of time to show up, for other people to recognize it, for you to recognize it. Keep going. Same with weight loss. If you are working on losing weight, you will feel it in your body first, but other people may not notice it, or they may not vocalize the change that they see within you. Okay? But keep going. My guides always stress, doesn't matter what your outside circumstances look like. Just keep going. Keep focused on your goal, all right? Now, it was so cute because they said, are you ready to embark on a new journey? It's time to take the leap, which is really exciting. But when we think about taking the leap, we think about taking big steps. But in this case, I'm sensing that smaller steps at first are going to lead you to the biggest changes, all right? So this is going to look like so many different things for all of you, but I will just give you the examples that I'm getting from your cards and from the channeling, okay? So yes, with health being in relation to this, because you do have the health checkup card. So for some of you, I see you making an appointment, whether with your doctor. I'm also getting with a dietitian. So maybe speaking to someone about healthy lifestyle changes. That's what I'm hearing here, okay? Also, if you're having a meeting with your doctor may be able to recommend you to a dietitian or someone maybe who is a fitness expert. I know at my family health team, they have so many people that you can go see, but you just have to ask your doctor first, and you can have a couple meetings with them, and it's completely free. This is going to look different for everyone, of course, but for those of you who are wanting to make healthy lifestyle changes, some of you seeking an expert, whether it's a naturopath, a chiropractor, anything of that sort, that is really going to be beneficial for you, and listen to your intuition, okay? Now, I'm also seeing meal planning and creating healthier meals. And they also said possibly healthier versions of your favorite meals. So if you like, they're showing me Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo, like maybe finding out, how can I change this? Maybe I use the chickpea noodles instead of regular noodles, and that has added protein in it. I don't know any recipes for this, so I'm not going to spout out more about that, but they're saying, just start small. Change little bit by little bit. Maybe reduce the amount of butter in a recipe or the amount of sugar. Can you make substitutions? I know one of the recipes that I've been looking at lately, they cut the amount of sugar in half and decided to add in half a cup of applesauce instead, okay? So look at Pinterest, look at other sites. If this is you trying to figure out meal planning, and again, they're showing me the word dietitian. So for some of you, if this is about food, see if you can find a local dietitian, okay? Now, I'm also seeing that some of you may need to reconnect with yourself and recenter. Excuse me. So reconnecting with yourself, the examples that I was kind of getting from this, especially with your cards, is possibly reducing stress. And the examples that they're giving me are doing yoga, meditating, maybe going for a walk outdoors, or spending time with animals. I know the last one is really big with me. If I want to reduce my stress, hanging out with animals is the best way for me to do it. Some people are going to hate doing yoga. Find what works for you, okay? Now, the recenter part is really, really interesting, and I have a feeling that my guides will want me to talk more about this probably in other videos. I'm trying to keep these short, but recentering is finding this point in your, maybe in your health routine of where do you feel the best. and finding that, so then if you start veering one way or another away from that, you know exactly where to bring yourself back to. So that could be having peace in your life. This could be, for me, a lot of it is to do with my eating, because that's where my biggest struggle was. If I'm indulging on the weekends, I know, okay, Monday, I'm going back to the routine that I feel best in my body. I feel healthy and I just feel more comfortable in myself. That's what I'm doing. I know, and this is what I'm doing right now, honestly. I know if I go to bed an hour before I've scheduled to actually go to sleep and read that book, I feel so much healthier. I feel happier within myself. So working to find that routine or that place in your life that makes you feel better. They're showing me someone just sitting outside and enjoying nature. For some of you, that's going to recenter you. Okay? Finding what works for you. And it's going to take you some time. Trial and error is what they're saying, because it took me some time. This past year, the whole pandemic, my guides, even before, actually, a couple of months before, my guides have been working with me to create these healthy habits. So don't expect them to stick right away, okay? You might find something and then decide, you know what, this doesn't work for me. Well, that's okay. Then X that part out and find something else. I was doing it was like an aerobic workout. I hated it. My body loved it. I felt really good doing it, but I hated it. So I kind of cut that out and I decided to start going for my walks, and it was one of the best things that I could do. But now I'm getting bored of that. So I might cut down the number of walks that I take a week, and I might try something else. They're saying this is not set in stone, okay? So try to find what works best for you. And that might change seasonally as well, okay? Another thing that I'm seeing is someone working on self-love, which is so important. And if you're working on the health aspect, so physical health, working out, eating healthy, this is definitely going to help you with the self-love. It's also going to help you with self-confidence. The more consistent that you remain with this, you are going to show yourself that you are being more reliable to yourself. And that's something that I needed to learn, and that built up my confidence so much. Having a goal, no matter how small, and achieving it. Start small. I built up so much confidence in myself by just reading a book. And I'm not kidding you. January 2020, I finally thought, okay, I'm going to start reading books. I love reading books, but I just never gave myself the time to do it. But I finished a book in 2 weeks, which is bananas for me. So within the month of January 2020, I finished 2 books. And that's just so small, but that made me feel so good about myself, and I just wanted to do more and more, all right? So that's what my team is saying. If you start out in a workout or you start out eating healthy in little bits, maybe you decide, okay, well, I'm going to eat healthy for breakfast, and then I'll keep everything the same just for right now. Just making that one small thing. You're going to feel so much better about yourself, and you're going to want to eat healthy for lunch, okay? That's what they're kind of giving me here. So those small steps. Now, again, with the repetition, the consistency, with self-love, I'm getting the positive affirmations, because you do have that card. Repeating over and over and over whatever works for you. This is you creating those healthy new habits, those healthy new thought forms. It's not going to come overnight, all right? And it's so funny. Right now I see the number 9. So we are at this ending point, and the next chapter is there, and you decide who you are, what you're going to tolerate from yourself and from others. How you want to feel in your life. Do you want to feel peace? Do you want to feel good in your body? Do you want to feel good in your mindset? Keep moving towards it. Now, For some of you, this might be about seeing a counselor, and I don't want anyone to feel ashamed about seeing a counselor. I saw a few counselors actually, and it helped me a lot, okay? Getting down to the root of things, especially if we are talking about working on self-love, they can help you create healthy routines. They can help you see where your trauma or your hurting has been so that you can start clearing that way and build a clean foundation of self-love for yourself, okay? Now, another way that I'm seeing is with the abundance planning card, I'm actually creating a budget, keeping track of what you spend. And these are all examples. You don't have to do all of them. And in fact, if they all resonate with you, start with just one. Start with just one, okay? Creating a budget, watching what you spend. For some of you, your goals are going to be maybe paying off your credit card. That's mine. That's my goal right now because I have taken the time to work on the other ones. I've worked on my health. I've worked on my self-love. And yes, you will continually work on those and change them and develop them. But I've built that foundation. I know where my recenter point is, and that is the most important thing that you could do is find what works for you. And that's what they're encouraging. Okay. Now, the last thing I'm going to say, Taurus, because this is a little bit longer than I anticipated, is I'm seeing you finding things you enjoy and sharing those talents with the world. Okay. So for some of you, you might not even know what your talents are. And that's why we build on this. We build up our confidence. We build up our self-love. And we start feeling like, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to try something new. I'm going to take that pottery class that I've been wanting to take. I'm going to start making stained glass windows. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing that. And I tell you, all of this that I have told you about in this video, I have done myself. And I now feel at the point that I want to go out, I want to take classes, I want to try all of these things that I've always wanted to try. So if you are thinking that there's no way in hell that things will ever change for you, they will, because they have changed for me. I used to be very depressed, and yes, I'm going through depressed bouts of depression. I'm also feeling the collective energy, which is very heavy. So if you've been feeling this lately, that could be why. But there's one big difference, a few big differences actually, from where I was with my depression 10 years ago and where I am now. I still get up every single day. I still eat healthy. I still go for my walks. And what did I say about doesn't matter what the outside world is doing? It doesn't matter. You could be having a hard day, and if you feel drained, then you take that rest, Taurus. You take that rest. That's important. But if you're feeling shitty, and you know that you'll feel even worse if you don't take any steps today, then take one small step. Have that healthy breakfast. Instead of doing a half an hour walk, maybe walk for 10 minutes. What can you do? Do not beat yourself up about taking small steps. And my guides say taking small chances too. Big leaps, in this case, are going to be little, but they are going to take you somewhere miraculous. And you have no idea, Taurus. You have no idea how far this can take you. And I'm seeing 1:44 on the clock right now. I have no idea where this is all going to take me, but I know it's going to be somewhere good because I'm receiving chills right up my legs. That's my confirmation from Spirit. Okay? What is your dream, Taurus? Where do you want to go? Do you want to travel? Do you want to build wealth? Do you want to find those connections, romantic or friendships? What is it that you want? And what can you do right now to take steps towards that, no matter how small? And if you're not sure, ask your angels and guides, because they will help you just like they helped me. Okay, I'm going to end this because it's a little longer than I wanted it to be, Taurus, but I'm very, very passionate about this topic because this is how I built my foundation to start feeling better. I'm still releasing what no longer serves me. I'm still feeling the heavy collective energy. You might be doing that as well. Don't give up. This is the end. And that's a message for some of you. If you've been having a difficult time, I've been having a difficult time since probably June. On and off before that. You are going to be okay. All right? I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful month of September. Let me know if this resonates, and hopefully I see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.